I just wanted to do a quick video before I go to bed. So sorry, I'm like super all over the shop looking today, but I just wanted to share a few thoughts on what I was feeling with what's going on at the moment, and what I feel like positives are coming out of this current situation with coronavirus. So I have God, there's just so much going on with my energy right now. It's I've been really shifting massively, but I feel as far as the general public goes, and like society as a whole, I actually feel this period of, I feel there's a lot of emphasis, and I have from the beginning, on the self-isolation. I mean, I think those of us that have been on a spiritual journey and a heavy awakening ascension path, we have had to really get to know ourselves, spend long periods of time alone, let go of a lot of external things, learn to find the joy within, and learn to find all of our resources within, like our safety, our security, our happiness, and we've had to remove elements from our external environment, like layer by layer by layer, to the point where sometimes you're like, wow, it's nothing. I've had to let go of everything. It's kind of like, when you're not listening to your guidance, and you hear a lot of the time when people they are inspired to write a book and they're not doing it, and then it just gets to the point where they're just hospitalized, so they have no other option but to do it. And I feel this is kind of what's happening with society, is the call to sort of go within is calling. Like it's not been listened to, so it's like, you will do it. Because, there's so, we've never really been at a time where there's so many outer distractions. It's kind of like it's hit crisis point. People going on endless dates and dating apps, and bars and alcohol and socializing and overworking. And it's kind of just like there's so many ways to avoid going within and to do the real inner journey. And this is really... it's actually amazing to see some people that are actually just so genuinely scared of being on their, not being able to leave their house, or having to sit with themselves. We've got all these people coming together with community groups, and just almost as much panic about being isolated as about the virus. And I mean, most of us already know that. If you're on this channel, I'm sure you've been on a similar journey, or you probably logged off long ago and unsubscribed. We've had to already do all this stuff. We've had to learn that. I mean, for us, it's just like a deeper level. I know myself, the UK is weird because we're sort of, people just do what they... We've got people doing all kinds of stuff. We've got some people social distancing. We've got some people pure isolation. We've got some people just completely carrying on as normal, like nothing's happened. Some people don't have a job anymore. Some people have a job. We've got every spectrum that you could possibly have here right now. And I don't know where I was going with that. I completely lost my train of thought. But we have, if I'm meant to carry on from that one, it will come. But we have every spectrum here, really, of distancing. Oh, that's what I was going to say. And for me, I actually feel like the pretty much one before lockdown, which is where we are now, I don't actually have any changes to my daily life, other than I do not have freelance work to go to right now. But, it's just time to think outside the box. And to be honest with you, this was one of the other things I was going to say. So I've been feeling for a while now that I've been, for quite a long time, that I've been meant to be removing myself from photography, because even though I have been and I have other avenues, they've not taken over fully yet, and I am still doing photography, and it's something that I just don't feel is like a part of my highest ascension path. And I feel this is going to be the case for a lot of people. I'm not saying they're going to all go out and get their like ascension jobs, because I feel like there's quite often a self-employed route first, but I feel like it is going to make people start doing new skills. It's kind of buying people some time to realign within and get on their true path. This is what I feel. And we're all at different stages of this, so it's going to affect us differently. Some people it might be like a little bit, and it might start a new hobby, or some people it will be like a dramatic life shift, and some of us it'll be like coming really, really deeply into like our true spiritual alignment, like, you know, complete union with self. So there's all different stages, but I really feel like as well as helping people to learn to find the source of themselves within, I feel like this is going to really help people authentically be able to follow their life path more as well. And it's buying that time, because everybody's like, oh, got to do this, got to do this, got to do this, got to do this, like to make the money. And I mean, I think a lot of countries are going to step in with some kind of way of helping people out of that situation, whether you're self-employed or not. And I think it's actually going to, on a higher level, if you let go and just don't panic and fear and trust your stability and trust that it will come to you, I think there's an opportunity to really get fully onto the path of the things you're meant to be doing and make a real start. I know for myself, I have a real, like, I know I'm supposed to be doing a kind of daily journal, but I know that's a longer project. But I know that I really am guided to have sort of workshops in a centre. And I feel this is giving me the opportunity, and also to paint, to be an artist. And I feel this is really giving me the opportunity to really go within, do my painting with no guilt, be open to like opportunities, and to start doing some, you know, yoga and breath work and little spiritual classes for free, and just kind of building up the community and sort of getting some confidence, because there's lots of people just sat at home bored that are like wanting this information now. So yeah, I feel this is really going to help people, if used correctly, really get started on their journey, and or get onto it on a deeper level, and just, you know, letting go of all those old ways of making money, because they're not there anymore. So there's no point you can't grab onto them anymore because they're gone. It's amazing how, you know, it is a really awful time for some people, but on the higher perspective of this, it's creating such a massive shift. It is really like one of those moments, like, you know, we're going to hit you all over the head until you get this, and you learn to go within, and you trust that your path will support you. And, you know, I know myself, you know, there's areas where I've not embraced that, and I've done a lot of it, but there's still like little strands left. And I feel like whatever place you're at the journey, it's really, and the less you've already purged, of course, the more it's going to hit, and the more it's going to affect you, and, you know, bring the fear up. But that just needs to be purged and integrated. There's, you know, we're a soul, and this is just an experience. So there really is nothing to fear. And I know it's sometimes easier said than done, but yeah, it's, you know, this is the time to really find presence, to really align. And if you're not okay with being alone, it's time to become okay with it, because, you know, that is part of the ascension journey, and that is where humanity and society as a whole is going. So yeah, that's some things that I have picked up. And yeah, like, check in, let me know how you're doing. And I'm gonna do a little yoga class over the weekend, I think, just like live, and get some people. And, you know, I'm not gonna charge, it's gonna be free. I don't know, I think I'm going to try Zoom. So if anybody wants to join, let me know, and I'll try and drop the link or do a video and let you know where you can find it. So Okay?